chili. It's from Wednesday.
This always makes the greatest chili. It's simply fantastic. I can smell it from here. This stuff is terrible. Sir, they've changed the recipe for the chili.
Welcome back to They Changed the Recipe. This is probably a smaller video. We go back to McDonald's. And in particular, I was thinking back to this, to the simplest thing to bake and to put in boxes. These ones right here. Now, like on these cookies, you would see the pictures, and on the back of them, you would have like headshots of the Hamburglar, a Fry Guy, Grimace, Ronald McDonald, Birdie, and then there was Chocolate Chip, right? You would see these, like if you were a kid back in the 80s to early 90s, you would see these. These died out with the apple pie, by the way. And you would see like these colorful boxes with illustrations on them, right? That's what we were so used to this stuff. We were so used to these cookies. And they came in the shapes of, and I think the later ones do too, Ronald McDonald and the Big Mac Cop and Hamburger Patch and Grimace, and just weird shapes, these weird obscure shapes. Now I think this is what's still around, but they changed the recipe. And it used to be this shortbread. Now, like if you go to any store, any supermarket, you kind of get that very brittle, breakable, like almost like plastic texture to the animal crackers, right? So you get any animal crackers, and they have that brittle. By the way, do y'all remember when they had the animals in like little jail cells, and then they put them all together? The Barnum animal crackers. It's like they're all going to kill each other, you know. Anyway, we must set the animals free. But going back to McDonaldland cookies, and these cookies are different. And I tried. They had this glazed cinnamon feel, and it's just awful. Let's see if there's any other supporting images here. This is enjoy them here or at home. I think these are later, but these are kind of the shapes of the cookies. Yeah, here's more. Here's more. This is the colorful boxes up close. 5 different images. So whichever one. The purple one was Grimace. Green was Ronald. Blue was the Fry Guys. Red was Hamburglar, and orange was Birdie. I remember so there's the textures. You see the Ronald head. You see Grimace. You'll see the different characters. They had like weird Big Mac Cop head. They changed everything around. These are the newer ones, I think. Ugh. These are the older ones. Yeah, these are the boxes. Oh, these are the boxes up close. Let's see if we can show you up close too. And, oh my gosh. 1973. Okay, so that's the very first box up there with all the characters. So you see from the left to right. Big Mac Cop. So there's Big Mac Cop right here. And to the right is the Hamburglar. To the right of him is Captain Crook. Ronald McDonald. Mayor McCheese. Grimace. Then the Hamburger Tree. The Fry Guys. 75, you get a little more, a bit different. Then they added the chocolate chip variant, which now, well, I'll go over now in a moment. 81, these are the boxes, but these are not the ones I remembered. So I was still a toddler. I was still a toddler in that time. But once we get to these ones here, that's where my memory starts to click in. I said, I remember that this ugly birdie face, I remember this one too. And then we get into these ones here. But I remember the head profiles too. Now, after a while, they released sugar cookies. So they have the 4-inch diameter cookies or 3.5-inch diameter cookies where you have sugar, you have chocolate chip, or you have peanut butter. And then you have those little packets of McDonaldland cookies that are just kind of shit because it's that cinnamon glaze. All right, it's history time. Let's see if we can get through the history portion of this. There's McDonald's, and we are going to see. Okay, so I don't know if I can make this a little smaller. That's reasonable. You may not be able to read everything on here, but I'm going to do my best to read for you. You probably go to McDonald's for a Big Mac and crispy fries, or maybe chicken nuggets are more your thing. Either way, you might want a little sweet treat with your fast food meal, maybe a McFlurry or an apple pie or one of McDonald's cookies. The classic chocolate chip cookie is a favorite on the McDonald's menu. Oh, that's right. I think chocolate chip is still one of the. So it's sugar. Let me see. Sugar, peanut butter, and chocolate chip. I think that has to be the ones today. The bigger cookies, right? So the classic chocolate chip is a favorite on the McDonald's menu, but you might remember the other McDonald's cookies. Yep. So there's some other stuff here. Back in 1974, the burger chain McDonaldland Cookies, a package of hard, crunchy cookies. The cookies featured Ronald McDonald, Birdie, Grimace, Hamburglar, and Captain Crook. The cookies were a little like animal crackers, but in the shape of McDonaldland characters. And the package of cookies came in a white box with a handle in the shape of the McDonald's distinctive golden arches. It was easy to carry, and the box contained sweet cookies, so it was a must-have for any child. At some point, the box with the handle became a smaller box and then a bag, which was nearly as cool as the box. No, it was not anywhere near as cool as the box. The box was it. Don't get rid of the box. They got rid of the box. Somewhere in the 90s, the chain discontinued the McDonaldland cookies and added ground soft baked cookies. Right. Sure, the new cookies have chocolate chunks, and yes, they might be one of the best chocolate chip cookies on the fast food market, next to Chick-fil-A's, of course, but they can't replace the nostalgia of the crunchy cookie in the cool McDonald's box. No, they can't. And I'll tell you, there's a texture up close, so these are the cookies up close. There it is. And I will tell you what, though, when I used to go to Albertsons and they had the market pantry or whatever it was, the generic animal crackers, oh, that was the second coming of those cookies. And then they stopped with those. I think they changed the recipe. Like, God damn it. Why'd you do that for? So, can you please bring these back? When was this made? When was this post? Do we have a date on that? Nope. We don't have a date on that. Some people have searched Amazon, written to McDonald's, and tried to create copycat recipes, but with no luck. These McDonaldland cookies have gone to the great drive-thru in the sky at eBay. If you're craving cookies now, we should note McDonald's chocolate chip cookies may be off the menu. Really, in some McDonald's restaurants, the chain is taking something's off temporarily because of the coronavirus pandemic. On their website, the company says we want to keep serving you during these challenging times, and in some areas, that means temporarily having a limited menu. So that was a few years ago. I don't know what they're doing now. Want to know what's in McDonald's chocolate chip cookies? Here's the ingredient list. Semi-sweet chocolate chips. Okay, write this down, everyone. Get your pen out. Get your pen. Get a tablet or a piece of paper. Okay, semi-sweet chocolate chips, enriched flour. That means bleached wheat flour, malted barley flour, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine, monotrine, riboflavin, folic acid, margarine, palm oil, water, soybean oil, salt, whey, natural flavor, mono and diglycerides, soy lecithin, vitamin A, sugar, brown sugar, egg, contains 2% or less natural flavor, leavening, cornstarch, and salt, caramel color. Okay, so you got all those? And then what you're supposed to do is just put it all together. I'll tell you what, it's a sad day when we don't get those cookies anymore. But that's the recipe. They changed it, okay? They changed that recipe. So, yeah, that was my rant for the day. I hadn't done this in a while, and I thought I would enjoy talking to you about what could have been, what should have been today. So whenever you see cookies, you're better off going to Carl's Jr., I think. But try looking for animal crackers, maybe like the store brand animal crackers, and see and compare. Because we all remember the taste of those cookies. I couldn't forget that taste if you fucking paid me to forget that taste. I remember exactly how that taste was. It wasn't too sugary. It was balanced between butter and sugar and the bread. And the bread had a very, not too brittle and obviously not chewy, but it was somewhere between chewy and brittle. Leaning more towards the brittle, but more a softer texture. So if you can find that, good on you. So until next time, remember what we used to have.